Thank you so much, ma'am, for coming. Moving on to the next. I call this person a business-minded mogul. Please let's welcome Bright Godson ASOGWA. Please keep clapping until you come to the stage. Thank you so much, sir, for coming. Now let's welcome Amaris Ihekwoaba. Please keep clapping until you come to the stage. Thank you so much, ma'am, for coming. Thank you. Now let's welcome the moderator for this session, the current president of the University of Nigeria Students Bar Association, in the person of Ifeanyi and Anekwe, senior advocate of the University of Nigeria. Thank you so much, sir, for coming. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Or good afternoon, actually. We are so sorry for starting late. We were in Nigeria and we had circumstances. So, this session is titled Balancing Your Leadership and Business. And with me here are very distinguished persons who have demonstrated versatility and skill as being law students, being able to balance their careers as lawyers and as leaders and as business persons. So we'll be getting some very deep insight when it comes to these issues of balancing law, leadership and business with these persons, and I enjoy you to pay attention. Now, to start off, the thing about law is that each and every one of us, our primary business of being here is to learn law. I know that sounds like a cliche, and you've probably heard it over and over again, but the truth is that our primary business of being here is to study the law. And what does it actually mean to study the law? It means that you have to go to class, you have to write exams, you have to get some grades, you have to graduate, you have to get your LLB, and so on and so forth. So, what does this actually require from us? My first day, after my first year actually, when I performed so poorly in the university, when I entered second year, I decided to actually get some clarity, and I went to meet a particular lecturer that I thought was very intelligent. I'm a very renowned senior lecturer in consumer protection law, and I know you know what I'm talking about. And I asked him, sir, what do I need to excel? How many hours a day do I need to read? And he told me categorically that as a law student, you need to read for an average of 6 hours a day or more. I was like, maybe I was reading like 3 hours or 4 hours, and maybe that's why I did bad. So, those are the expectations we have as law students. We should invest like 6 hours in a day for reading, and then you have 2 hours in a day, right? And there are 8 hours of lectures or 6 hours of lectures depending, and then you have 8 hours or 6 hours to sleep. That's a total of 18 hours in a day. So you just have how many hours left in a day. And as a law student, you're meant to balance so many things in between those few hours left. So how does one go about achieving this? And the reason why we're talking about this topic, balancing law, leadership and business, is because each and every one of us, in as much as we're expected to be lawyers and law students, the fact is that we're expected to also be a leader and a business person. And that's just the truth. In as much as you can say, okay, I don't want to be a leader, I don't have intentions of going into politics. As a lawyer, you are naturally going to be a leader. You can literally walk into a circle and you don't know anything about it, and suddenly you see yourself in leadership positions. I can remember myself entering a particular meeting in church in second year. I've not gone for that meeting in months, and then we are supposed to choose a president of that society that day. And I came wearing my white and black, and I was looking so tired. It was night, around 7 p.m. And when I saw something to introduce myself, he pointed and said, yes, this is going to be our next president. I was like, what? You really know me. So that's the thing about being a law student. any circle you find yourself, you have to take on leadership positions, whether you like it or not. Sometimes it's direct, sometimes it's indirect, but you always see yourself taking up leadership positions. And then talking about business, I know for most of us, we like to practice law when we graduate, even if you don't want to practice law when you graduate. The truth is that in Nigeria, currently, the legal profession does not pay well enough for you to have only one stream of income. Even if you're working in, what's the highest paying law firm in Nigeria now? 10 class, thank you. Even if they're paying you that 600K as an entrance associate, as a starting associate, or more, your 2 months rent in Lagos don't chop everything. They never talk about transport, they never talk about your wardrobe and everything. So even if you're having the best paying job as a lawyer in Nigeria, it is never enough. You need additional streams of income to actually support whatever you're doing. And the truth is that even if you have generational wealth waiting for you somewhere, or your parents are very rich or anything like that, it's never enough for you. That's just the truth. You always need more. So, in as much as you're law students, you're meant to balance leadership, you're meant to balance business. And the conflicting thing about it is that the fact that you decide to invest time in one of these things means that it's impacting another thing. The time that you invest in leadership is going to impact on your academics. The time you invest in your business life is going to impact on your academics, and that is a fact. Because as I explained, you have 24 hours in a day, and you have certain hours that are advised for you, minimum. And then, as a business person, definitely you have to invest a couple of hours in your business venture. As a leader, you definitely the hours you have to invest are unquantifiable. Some of us that just finish elections to understand it actually requires investment of time. So how do you go around achieving all this? How do you go around balancing all this? These are the issues that I would like us to consider today. And the truth is that when we fail in one of these, it impacts negatively on the other, especially in leadership positions. When you're not able to balance your academics with your leadership life, the truth is that organization that you're in is going to suffer. And you're going to be impacting and making generational impact that is going to be affecting people negatively. And that's one thing I think people don't actually consider before taking up leadership positions. The fact that your failure in that leadership position can impact an association negatively for the place to come. Those are some of the issues that I would like us to contemplate today. And so, to start off this session, I think we need to actually understand what it means to be a leader. We have leaders here on this panel, occupying various leadership positions and the president of the University of Nigeria Student Association. But does it mean that you must be a president of a faculty association or a group or a society before you actually count yourself a leader? Which leadership positions are actually right for you? And these are the questions I would like our first panelists to discuss. So, Mr. Justice, you are currently the president of the Law Student Association of Nigeria. This is by far the most dynamic and the most demanding faculty of law in West Africa, if I must say. And you've been able to carry this role so well. So, what would you tell us about what it means to be a leader? Are there certain things that should motivate you before you become a leader? Are there certain leadership rules that are right for you? What should determine your decision to be a leader? Mr. Justice.
Thank you, President. So, first thing first, I would say that being a leader is a call to service, right? You are actually called to serve. So, if you're not ready to serve, then there's no point of you coming out to probably contest for any position or to even be in the forefront. So those who are actually there at the forefront are the persons who are willing to serve, because that's what will motivate you. Because now for most leadership positions at the student level, there are no incentives. Say for instance, maybe there are no financial benefits, there are no say academic incentive. Maybe for instance, maybe you get an F, probably you'll upgrade your F to a D or a C or a B. Yes. So it's the call to serve. Right? I'll use myself as an example. Right? For me, my journey as a leader actually started way back as during my first let me call it my first degree of driving finish. Yes. While I was at Nsuka. Yes, MQ was one of the students that usually trouble me that year. I was his class rep then, and then he came over to Ihek and continued to trouble me when I became class rep again for the second time. Now, when I came to Ihek in 2016, I made up my mind that I wasn't going to be involved in any leadership in market politics. I would just focus on my books and lead with the first class. That was my plan. And then I came here, I was the first person to come to class, I was on my laptop. Yeah, then I made this in our class, Stacy, then Ibi Divine. Then we started the new prayers. Then we were talking, and say, please, how do I do my prayers? Can you put me through? And then he said, can you see? You have to be on our class, right? It was one of those that then you know the ginger. Then I met Eluma, so he said, Justice, you know the class is behind you, you know the rest of it. You know when you have ginger like that, people motivate you to actually be at the front to lead. Right? So sometimes for you to actually be a leader, you must have people who are willing to follow you, people who are actually willing to be the support system. Right? Because you can't be a leader without followership. You can't be a leader without a support system. So at every point in life, the call to service is what propels you to be out there. So like I say, there are no benefits. In first year, I finished first year on the 4.5 CGP. Right? Yes. Wow. Yes. Yes. Second year, first semester, my GPA dropped slightly. I went for SAUN. So we hope that, you know, student leadership, maybe there are extra things there. But then there was nothing. I think I faced one of the most bad year of my life because my GP dropped very well. I think my GP that semester was 4.0. Yeah, so it was the second semester I had 4.7 or 4.8. Yeah, so that was more like what pushed the GPA. So you would hope that maybe as leaders, maybe the lecturers would prefer. I was discussing with Celestine, yeah? We're discussing how they are one of these guys in the registrar and they're supposed to do some incentives in places like ASOGWA. As a class rep, we will have a tax, right? But then in a place like the University of Nigeria, as a leader, you are basically spending your own money, right? My trip last time to Johannesburg was self-sponsored. It wasn't by the university, it wasn't by the faculty, right? Yes. So it should come for something. Yes, sometimes it will be that it's the faculty that sponsored my trip. It was not the faculty that sponsored my trip, it was myself. I spent over $1 million plus. So that's just it. So at every point as leader, you must have the consciousness that it's a call to service. So that's what propels you to take up leadership positions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Justice. Thank you. Like you said, leadership is a call to service. It's not something you just wake up and decide to do. It's something that, okay, you get into a particular situation and you actually feel that you need to step up to actually affect change. And that you're the best person to do that. And it wasn't the presidential position, it didn't start as president, it started in the humble position of the classroom. And I think that's actually something we can take into. It wasn't actually be a president, it was actually be a leadership position. Any position that you can impact life, any position that you can serve, any position that allows you to make other people's lives better is actually a leadership position. So thank you so much, Mr. Justice. Thank you. And now that we've understood the perspectives of inspiration to become a leader, I think we also need to understand those same perspectives for business. So my next question is to Amaris. So how does one come to determine the particular business to venture into? Because as law students, we are conscious of so many things, and we shouldn't just make decisions rationally. When deciding the kind of business to venture into, should it be something that you are passionate about? Should it be something that we have skills to do? Should it be something that will interfere in our academy? Should it be something that's going to help our career trajectory when we leave school? So how do we decide the kind of business ventures to go into? Because I think it's actually important you don't make the wrong decisions and live an unbalanced life. So, Amaris.
Okay, thank you that question. I'll say that first thing, it has to be passion. You must have passion. Before I opened my business when I was in second year, I've always been the person, I love cooking. I'll cook and I'll not eat it. I'm like, okay, if I can really cook this thing and not eat it, maybe somebody else should try it and see how it goes. I started cooking in my second year. I opened a business in my second year, and that was how I opened my business. I had passion for cooking. That was one of the major forces. I can stay like this and I will just, I want to cook this, I want to prepare this. That's it. Some people, I didn't learn it. I didn't go to catering school. I didn't go to, nobody taught me. It's something that I just see my mom doing every time. My mom will do this, mix this one, do that. I'm like, okay, let me try it. That's it. And it's a gift too. Because sometimes you don't, some people ask me, Amaris, are you not sure you not go and make your skills? Let it, maybe you go to this school, or this, go to school or that. I say, no, make I finish the one way I know for my head first. Secondly, I would say that if you want to open a business to mix it with your career, you must know what you want. That's the most important thing. Know what you want and know what you have. Some people will just say, let me open this business, let me see how it's going. Know what you want and know what you have. You cannot just say you want to open a business, maybe you see that this person is cooking, you want to open a cooking business. No, that's not how it works. You have to know what you want. Is it going to work in this particular area? We're in school. Is it going to, which kind of people should I be cooking for? Which kind of people are expected to eat my food? Do you think he's the governor's daughter? Do you think he's maybe Ifeanyi hostel? I should channel my energy to Ifeanyi hostel? Do you think, because you should not be like every other person. That is one thing. Every business is not for everybody. And your customers are different from another person's customer. So you should not feel like, I should open this business now. It should only be for law students. It's your choice. It should only be for medicine students. It's your choice. It should only be for the rich ones. It's your choice. Some people can afford Miss Wanika hair. Some people cannot afford Anita's hair. I know Anita has a hair business. It's everybody. You need to know where your business is chanting to. You need to know what your aim is. You need to know how to achieve them. But please, at the same time, know your GPO before you go and start opening business. You cannot say you want to start mixing business. Business is very stressful. You cannot say you want to open business while you are still on a 2.2 or even third class. It doesn't work, no. When I opened my business, I was in a 2-1. I've been in a 2-1. And I won't say that it affected me, my business affected me in a very serious way. But when I have the passion is the most important thing. And I had to mix both of them together. And I'm going very, very well. And if you keep going, you'll see that it's not just this business. I need to put my hand somewhere else. I do a lot of things. It's not just cooking. I import goods, export goods. So you need to know where you have from. I have passion for making money. That is the truth. Let me put it like that. I have passion. I need money. I like money. So that is my passion. Anything that puts money to my pocket, to my bag, good to go. So that I think basically that's what you need to know. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Amaris. I'm beginning to ask myself whether I'm the right person to be the moderator of this panel. Because since I said that he was in first class, Amaris had said she was in the hold on, someone I beg you, keep singing. Well, thank you so much, Amaris. For those of you that don't know, Amaris started, as she said, she started very humble. But today Amaris has catered to very big events across the country. She's not a small person. So, like passion is very important. You need to be passionate about what you do. Because when push comes to shove, when your academics are grinding on your leg, you need to be passionate about that particular business you're doing before you're able to continue. Because if you're not passionate about it, the truth is that you drop it in an instant. And then you need to know what you want exactly. Just because this particular person is going into cooking doesn't mean that you must go into cooking. Just because this person is going into hair selling doesn't mean that you must also do the same thing. You need to know exactly what you want out of life. And you need to know your target audience, as you said. You can't just open a business anyhow without having perspective as to who your customers are going to be. So thank you so much, Amaris, for these wonderful perspectives. And now, over to you, Ms. Harriet. You've been able to understand what it means to be a leader, what it means to be a business person. And then you know that in order to achieve this particular balance in our lives as lawyers and students and business persons, we can't just be feeling about it. There are particular things we need to fortify ourselves with. There are particular skills we need to actually make these things work. And you serve the number one leadership position for law students in the country. You serve as the president of the Law Students Association of Nigeria, not part of Nigeria. So I think if there's anyone that is always after this position perfectly, you're the person. So what are those skills you need to be a good leader? Harriet.
Thank you, Moderator, for that question. The truth is, being a good student leader involves having diverse skills of both practical and emotional matters, because the reality is that your priority is academics. Whether you like it or not, no faculty, they are not going to postpone their exam because you have election you just finished last week. I'm sorry, sweetheart. It's not going to happen. So proactivity, I think, is the primary starting point. You have to be proactive. Having a proactive behavior is that you have to plan for the future situations. Now, you know you're going to write exams. What are you doing? You're going to face campaign and leave your exam. Sorry, your GP is going to be 2.0. So, yeah, you have to plan ahead of time. You have the same hours with the student that is not campaigning. So you have to plan ahead of time. And another thing is being goal-oriented. You cannot have vision. The very essence of leadership, I think, is having vision. Now you cannot just be an uncertain trumpet. Nobody is going to follow you. You're going to lose. And then you run again and you're going to lose because people are not buying your vision. And I always tell people that for you to convince people to follow your vision, the self-conviction of your passion is the beginning, right? Am I making sense? So when you convince yourself of your vision, you in turn convince people with that passion. So when you go into what you believe in, you see that people are actually buying you. And time, I always tell people, time is the true definition of factors, right? It's not magic. It's not magic. If you think you don't believe in it, sweetheart, give it time. And then I've lost election in this faculty before. I want to have the SUG vice president, and I lost. And I took the fame. Yeah, but one thing about I checked my dictionary this morning, and I saw that failure means lack of success. I don't buy that. No, failure is part of success. You all have Beyonce. She won 24 Grammys. Guess what? She lost 46 nominations. so it's part of life. So you have to tame yourself. Part of being a leader is having some kind of thick skin. Because people are going to throw you. Everything going wrong is going to be your fault. Right? But what differentiates you from being a leader and being the servant is that you take full responsibility. So these things will give you the very essence of the principles and skills you need. Another thing I always tell people is you have to be sincere. Sincerity and truthfulness, it will take you very far. Or at your lies, because I know today our politicians lie a lot, but that's not what will take you far. When you're sincere, it gives people belief in your capacity, right? And it just has a way of taking you through life. So another thing, was another skill that is very important for you to acquire is resilience. It's not always going to go your way. A lot of us are entitled to win. And entitlement sometimes can make you lose more than even the loss. Yeah, if you lose today, don't pick up and tell yourself that you're going to win someday. And just keep doing what you're doing. One day you win. Like I won.
Wow. Like, can we put that like she said, part of being that means you have to be emotionally intelligent, actually, and that's the truth, because a lot of things are thrown at you, your academics is weighing down on you, your followers are chopping down on your neck, trying to make you to meet up their expectations, and so many things. So you have to know how to balance your emotions, and like she said, you have to plan on time. And the truth is that this learning on time is even more experience in this time, considering the fact that our academic calendars are becoming more and more abused due to the strikes that we have in budgets. So as a student, you are going into office, you need to know what you're doing from the get-go. Like she said, nobody's going to wait for you. Nobody wants to know whether you're having a meeting with the Attorney of Enugu State or whoever, when you're having a police. Nobody cares. Yeah, sorry for my use of words. Nobody cares. That's the truth. And you're going to have to find a way to balance all these things. And you're going to need to convince yourself that what I'm actually pursuing is actually worth it, because when you lose sight of that, when all those things come to push you, you're definitely going to pretend, definitely going to fail. And like she said, resilience is very important. You need to be very resolute. So thank you so much, Harriet. Now that we've understood the skills we need to be a good student leader, I think we also need to understand those skills that we need to be a good business person and an entrepreneur. Are there similarities between these skills? Are there overlaps? Are there differences? So, Mr. Bright, you're running one of the most successful student businesses I've ever seen. Bright started with Brighton Realities. He'll be taking you with his leg around you to show you logics. He now graduated and now bought a very clean car. So when you want to book, you have to drive all the time and you drive around his car. From there, he now graduated to Godson Logistics, and you see his bikes all over you. So, and I'm very sure that before we were done with law school, maybe we have another business set up somewhere, and if any state is inviting to do business talks. So, Mr. Godson, please can you give us some insight on those skills that it takes to be a good business person?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Moderator. I would say if you want to do good in business as a student, there are some vital skills you need to have. And it's kind of similar to what Harriet explained earlier. Skill of being proactive. Because if you don't plan ahead of time, knowing that, okay, it's also time to have exam and do this one, then knowing how to set up your business and make it to run. If you fail to do that, when the two can pass, you might not be able to go through. Because me personally, I kind of just, I have my time to, I have what works for me. I might not be able to attend all the lectures or read during the day and all that. I use the night. Then during the day, I run my activities, attend to clients and all that. But I must say, it's not easy. It's not like an easy stuff to do. But since it's what I want to achieve, and I have plans of what I want to do, not just being a student and then graduating and then coming out and carrying certificates around and all that. I intend to build an empire and have people work for me, which I've started. So with that, I don't I'm most of the times, I don't limit myself to school activities alone. You understand? And it's not about planning, and then another skill you need is you have to know how to multitask. Again, You have clients calling you. You have assignments to submit. You have things to write. So all these things are coming in together. And if you are not able to handle it, you are carrying my already going down and you don't know what to do at that point. So another thing there is you need to be sincere with yourself and your clients. Because if people don't trust you, if you are a type that your colleague just in class, you understand? You are a type that if you say something, people will be like, is that in the car or something like that. If you're not type, how do you want to like cope when you start that business you want to start? Because to be honest, that your colleague you are sitting next to in class, these people are your potential clients. So you need to know when you are in class, don't just think, okay, class is class and when you go out to do your thing. It starts from the classroom. How you relate to people around you, your classmates. Because when I started, that was the second year. Started by writing logis and all that. It was my classmate that was organizing me. You understand? And if you're a type that they don't trust you, talk more of trusting with money, then you have a big problem with that. You understand? So that's basically for now.
Thank you so much, Godson. Like he said, you can see the obvious similarities between being a good student leader and being a good businessman. You have to be proactive, you have to know how to plan your schedule. And you have to know what works for you. Like he said, he reads at night. So people read in the day. People can't read at night. For me, once it's past 10 o'clock, I cannot do anything because I can do. In fact, 9:30 I'm gone. So but for me, I wake up by 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock. He wakes up at night and does his reading. For some people, it's after class, they go to the library and stay till it's 7 o'clock and they start going home and that's it for the day. So you have to know what works for you. And then you have to know how to multitask. You have to know how to balance different things. You wake up in the morning, you plan your schedule, you have 10 things to do in the day. You have portion time to it and know how you're going to carry each and every one of them. And very important, we talked about good business relations. It starts from your immediate environment, your classmates, your friends, and usually your first customers. And these are the people that actually sell your brand more because they know you down to your very roots. So please don't neglect your roots as a business person. Don't neglect your clients, your classmates because they are potential clients and they are people that are going to sell you more. So when you're thinking that okay, I don't need this person beside me or that this person does not have the money to actually patronize me today, you don't know how to know it's going to go. You don't know that that person is going to be in a position to recommend you to somebody. And that's how business works as we learn from Mr. Price. So thank you so much, sir, for your insights. Now, moving forward, we've been able to understand what it means to be a good leader and a business person. We've understood the skills that we need to actually navigate with. Now, I think we need to understand if there are any other things that we need to actually surround ourselves with, to actually create this balance. Because in as much as we can label these skills and make them very objective, there are certain other peculiarities that define what it means to actually live a balanced life. There are actually certain infrastructures I feel that we need to have in our lives to enable to balance all these activities. So we'll be speaking, we'll be hearing from Ms. Amaris now. So Amaris, please, do you think that there are other things in our life that we need to have in place to ensure that we live a balanced life as students, as leaders, as business persons?
Okay, yes. First of all, before I answer that question, I would like to add up to something you said concerning your classmates and your friends being your first customer. As you know, when I wanted to start my business in my second year, the first pioneers of my business is Stephanie and Achara. There were the people that I came up, I walked up to them. I'm like, please, I want us to do this. I believe in you guys. Let's do this together. And they were like, okay. That was how my business started. I started my business with my class. My class was the first people we cooked for in 2018, if I'm not mistaken, before we moved to Onspa. So, they say charity begins at home. So you were in school. Your class class is your home. Your friends are your home. Aside that, your friends also. I could remember when my third event or fourth event in this school was from my friend Isabella Wonsu. I cooked for her swearing in as a Rotract president. Installation, thank you. I cooked for her installation. So your friends should be your starting point for your growth. They should be your starting point to elevate you. Because they should even be your driving force, your friends, and people in your craft. Okay, concerning this question, he said, what should you surround yourself with, right? I didn't live outside school throughout my year in this school. I lived inside Boston. Because doing a business, I know it's very stressful. Doing a business without balancing both your education and that business is wrong. You have to be close to everybody. If you're outside the school and you're doing business, you won't get the heart and the mind of people that you're channeling that your business through. I lived in the hostel since my first year. I've been in the hostel since my final year. I didn't move out of the hostel. Not like I didn't want to. I know what I wanted. I knew what I wanted from this place. My hostel people, they will be like, please, you want to cook for this thing. Even if I'm not chance for it, you see, I'll say, okay, meet this person, meet this person, meet this person, they'll do it for you. So I feel like you should know how to manage stress. Manage stress. My major problem in life, ask Stephanie, I don't know how to manage stress. If I'm under stress, if people are, Amaris, do it, I will start crying. Sometimes I'll even start shouting. I'll be like, just get out. Just leave this out. Like, you need to know how to manage stress. Because if you don't know how to manage stress, you will end up messing your education up, messing your business up at the same time. So I feel this should be things that you should surround yourself and surround yourself with the best of people. I'm not saying you should not surround yourself with everybody, but when I mean best of people, people that will inspire you, people that will help you, people that will make you a better person. Don't surround yourself with anyhow people. I'm everybody's friend. I have people I work with, yes. I have people I roll with. But inside that people I roll with, there are still people inside that people. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Like, there are so many, I have so many friends. There are so many everywhere. But inside those my friends, there are people of the people. There are people that if the chips are down, people you will run to and say, see what is happening, and they will be there for you. They will assist your business, they will assist you academically. Like these people they are not just after the business alone. Because you need to balance the two sides. You need people that my business, you need people that my books, you need people that when you need money, you need people. I'm telling you the truth. When you need someone to support, you need people. So you need to have. I have friends in all those categories. In short, let me just say it. I have friends that are all weather. When it comes to money, when it comes to helping my business, when it comes to academic. I have friends for academics. I have friends for business. I have friends for money. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So you need to balance the whole side and make sure that this is not lacking behind. This is not lacking behind in my business. Secondly, before you move into a business, Biko, please have money. Biko, I am begging you. Yes, you want to make money, but you must have money. You must have money to build a business. You must have money to help you grow. You must have money to make that business. When I started my business, Stephanie, we didn't have money for t-shirts. To make t-shirts for our business, we didn't have the money. But it was out of those clients that, okay, we want to do it. We start bringing our own pocket money to start making t-shirts. Sometimes we don't even know how. The first business we made for us, Stephanie, we didn't even have ₦1 left. We just did it because we wanted this business to grow. At the first stage of your business, you don't do it because you want to make money. You do it to announce your business. You do it to create awareness. Some people now want to open business and you get that somebody is opening cooking business and you're coming to meet that person is charging you 1 million naira, you be like, your first client, 1 million naira. Yes, but it's your strategy, but no, it's a starting business. Sometimes you do it free because you want people to know that this is what I can do, this is what I can do best, and this is what I can offer. So don't do it because you want to make money. If you're starting a business and you're doing law, do it because you want people to know that that business exists. You want people to know that you can do it better than this person. So they will keep calling you and you will keep having money. That's just it.
Thank you so much, Amaris, for those wonderful perspectives. You talk about managing stress. It's very important because when you're trying to juggle all these things, it can really bring down on you, and then you need to know how to manage your stress in those moments. And then she talked about surrounding yourself with very good friends. Friends are a very good support system. As she said, she has different circle of friends. Yeah, I have one circle of friends. I have my academic friends. I have my leadership friends. I continue bragging about my study group. They are all girls, and I'm really guy in that study group. And it was intentional because I know that they will keep me accountable. Like, let me say like they're my second brothers in this school. Anytime I don't come for study group, they keep nagging me. Ifeanyi, you didn't come for study group today. That kind of thing. So you need to have friends that will actually help you bring that balance in your life. You should actually have friends that will support you, that will keep you accountable, that will keep you honest. And then, like you said, very, very important. You need to announce yourself in the business. At the very beginning of your business, you may not make profits. Personally, I know how many CVs and how many letters I read for people free of charge, just so that people know, okay, I'm right, and then like they recommend me to persons. And that is how many business persons start. You need to sell yourself first and proceed from there. So thank you so much, Amaris. Now, I think we also need to understand the limitations that we can face when balancing all these things, because we are not human, we're not gods, we're not superhuman. In as much as we've painted ourselves as persons that are capable of balancing it, I know that we may have made mistakes at various points in our lives, in our leadership career, in our business trajectory, made some mistakes, and there are certain things that held us back or do not allow us to achieve as great success as we have wanted to achieve. So my question is to Mr. Justice Presto. Please, can you let us know, are there any limitations that we need to be aware about that can impede on our success? Are there various things that we need to put in place that will make us or make our successes more permanent? And that's certain limitations we face as law students trying to balance law and business and leadership.
Okay, thank you so much, my person, once again. Now, as regards leadership and the primary reason why you're here, which is your applicants, yes, there are a lot of limitations, especially if you want to hold top positions, you want to be president, you want to be, say, the PRO, you want to be vice president, you want to be probably president of any club, be it techno club or what have you. Now, each position comes with its demand, right? Whether you're just the person in charge of the construction experiments, it's even more demanding, right? Yes. Now, most times as a leader, the thing is, every leader, your joy as a leader is that you achieve success, right? So, for every leader, when you want to attain certain positions, you have a blueprint of things you want to do. You have a blueprint of what you want to achieve, and then every leader will tell you that the welfare of the followers are key to our primary concern, right? So your joy is that when they complain to you, you're happy. So meaning that, for instance, taking myself as an example, right? Sometimes we students have to cry that timetable is out. You as a president, I remember first semester, I was traveling around Nigeria, and then timetable came out. I was planning for summit. I was supposed to have an Ihekwoaba summit. I then planned the summit right from, I think that was August when we traveled to Ghana. We had big names, big shots coming to that summit. It was supposed to be November 17th. We had people like the chairman of MTN, even Ihekwoaba, that was supposed to grace the summit and all. Now money was spent, right, from personal purse, not from the faculty, because the faculty does not give us funds to run things like that. They'll tell you that there's no money. So instead, probably you run your expenses, and when the money comes, they will reimburse you. And the truth is, sometimes you don't get the money back, right? So you're faced with financial constraints too, as much as possible. Finance is also a limitation to your achieving success. Now, coming back, in first semester, right, when the initial timetable was released, right, I spent over 200,000 naira plus trying to reach out to some of these persons, trying to set up the whole summit and what have you. And that summit was supposed to hold on November 17th, right? The flyers were ready. All I was just waiting for was just to release it. The dean had even approved of it. But students started crying, students were saying, the exams are too close, postpone it. I was always going to the dean's office for 1 week, right? Given that I've been traveling all around Nigeria, I've not even read my own books. At the end of the day, the exams were moved by an extra 2 weeks. Now, I guess a lot of students didn't come back to say thank you, right? So as a leader, this is someone who came to say. So, most times, I don't read my books. Let's just say till probably maybe 2 weeks to exams. And then I read and then I pray for a miracle. So if it favors me, yeah, cool. If it doesn't, I'll just smile and say, okay, whatever comes out, we'll take it out. If it's an A, cool, it's a B. If it's a C, it'll go for B. So, that's just it. In second semester, after the whole strike and the rest of it, we came back and then timetable was also released. You could see that students were also clamoring for an extension of time, right? And even I as a person, I was also being affected. I remember one of those days, we were praying for company office, and then I came online and I saw certain messages and uploads. Seriously, it messed with my psychology. Now, it shows you that as leaders, we are also human. Someone will say, justice does not want to postpone an exam. Justice is not meeting the faculty. I was preparing for my company law quiz. I could not read for my quiz again. And then I had to type a long message and say, please address the issue. Now, most times, students forget that you are also, even as a leader, that you are also a student like them. Right? And that for things that affect them, you're also being affected by those things. But then there's a limit to the negotiation that you can even work out with the faculty. Because you're going to meet and you're telling it's not possible. We can't do exams. There's a possibility that there will be another strike in no distant time. So what do? You guys need to go to law school so that you don't block the next set who want to go to law school by next year. So those things are like limiting factors, right? And then you're coming back, your day is stressed, probably you stay in the faculty, you go to an event and you're getting back to your lodge by say 7 p.m. and you're very tired, you just have to sleep, right? And then you have the whole mess with your psyche and the rest of it because your psychology is really, for you to be a leader, trust me, you have to be prepared because people will mess with your psychology. You have to be patient with people too, right? So, for you to create a balance, you must have a schedule. Are we on the same page? You must have a schedule. And the problem there is also the fact that sometimes you may not stick to that schedule. Because I may say, okay, probably tomorrow I'm going to read, say, 4 to 6 p.m. Then 4 to 6 p.m. they come and say, Justice, you need to be at this event to present the faculty. So what happens to your 4 to 6 p.m. schedule? Right? Now, with part of the things I try to exercise. Sometimes I take an exercise for an hour and 30 minutes. Right? Now the exercise helps my brain to relax. I got the gaming system, I got the pavilion. The reason why I got that pavilion, the first reason why I got the gaming system was because I want to play games. In playing games, I'm able to relax my brain. I'm thinking of getting an Alienware. If God blesses me, it's over 1.9 million. Someone can bless me with it. Right? The reason why I went an Alienware, apart from the graphic features and rest of it, is because I want things that will help me relax my brain. Sometimes I hang out with friends, right, as a way of relaxing my brain. Then also the God factor, right? Now the God factor is what helps to also create that balance. Now in everything you do, you must also pray to God and say, God, please help my soul, right? And then also try to lead those who are very serious students, right? Get notes from them. I think those who come and talk about academics will also speak as that. Now, for people like us who are very busy people, we are not academians as the case may be. So the only way we could strive to be in a 2-1 or get close to the first class is to meet people like Chimbi and say, Chimbi, send me your notes. Chimbi, send me the voice notes, right? For us to strive and then try to see how we can create a balance. So that's just it. But then in everything you do as a leader in any position, be it in church, be it in the faculty, be it elsewhere, always go back to God and pray when you can and ask Him for direction. When you have direction, sure, life will be sweet for you. Cheers.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. You mentioned so many things. Like you said, being a leader has a lot of financial implications that we don't always contemplate before going into office. For every office, there are certain financial contributions you need to make. The higher the office, the bigger the financial contributions you're definitely going to have to make. And definitely, if you don't have the finances to support that kind of life, you're going to be experiencing a lot of stress. And then, like you said, you need to learn how to block out some certain negative comments, because as a leader, you face a lot of criticisms. You need to learn how to block those things out. And you need to learn how to schedule your activities. And you need to learn how to, like you said, exercise. Very important. A lot of students don't take this into consideration, but exercise is a very important part of your weekly life or daily life. Something that you need to do, something you need to be conscious about, it's something you need to actually break out time to do. And like you said, just playing games. I don't like playing games, I like watching movies. I can watch movies for Africa. So that's my own leisure time. So you need to learn how to create leisure time for yourself. So thank you, Mr. Justice. Now, we're going to also understand perspective from the business angle. So, Mr. Godson, are there actually limitations that you face as businessmen? Are there limitations that you face starting a business? Are there limitations you face while trying to sustain that business?
Okay. In starting a business, there are limitations you face. Most of the times it's usually about money. You get money to start that business. You have a business idea, but you hear most people say, where will I get the money to start it? But the truth of the matter is, always start small. Always start small. For me personally, I love real estate so much, and it's capital intensive. There are many aspects of real estate, not just the agency. Agency is the most common one most people do. There are real estate developers, they buy, build, and sell. There are land flippers. Okay, all these are like, that's what I'm looking up to. Okay, but where is the cash? Okay, but if you now decide to, okay, since I don't have the money, let me stay back and how will you do it? So I usually advise you to start small. Start with the one you can give for that point at that particular point in time, and grow it. You start small, make profits, you put it back to business, it keeps growing. I started with the agency, making 10,000 naira per day, and then made some big vision, like some big clients, eventually to land sales and all that. And currently into land company, we buy land, wait for some time, sell back. You understand? Also short lease apartment. But if I was looking at the amount I needed at that particular second year that I was trying to start real estate, if I was looking at the amount I needed at that point, it should be sold separately and I wouldn't be able to do anything. But just start small, you understand? Business is all about solving problems. So, you look around you, the little things you can do at that point, there is not one of them that needs so much cash. You understand? So you start small and grow it. That's the major limitation most people face.
Thank you so much, Mr. Godson. Cash is cash. And I heard you say that money is a very important factor in whatever we do. So we need to learn how to balance our expectations with the finances we have. Thank you so much, Godson. And now our final question will be to Ms. Ifeanyi. Now, like you said earlier in the presentation, you vied for a position in SUG Vice President. It didn't go well, and you were able to turn that success into something bigger. You became the Vice President of SAUN and then basically the President of SAUN. It's still a mad meeting now, sincerely, it's still a mad meeting. So, how were you able to do it? How do you go from failure into success? How do you manage these failures and experience when you try to balance these things?
Okay, I need to tell you one secret. You have to bet on yourself. That can be hard sometimes, trust me. But you have to believe in yourself and step out. Failure does two things to you. It either kills whatever you believe in, or it motivates you even for bigger wins. And like I said, it's always hard, but you have to make it the opposite, right? And when you find out that, okay, life is funny. And that's why when people say the God factor, I reply with, do not take it for granted. Now, in life is full of, in fact, I respect people who believe in jazz or who believe in something than people who don't believe in anything at all. Like, how can you battle this spiritual life not believing in anything? So what do you do when you're confused? What do you do in uncertainty? That's when you're God or your God, right? So the God factor is very, I can't lie, there are times in my life I felt broken. When I lost, I felt disappointed, I felt hurt. But when you pray to God, you tend to get some clarity to what's next. Because sometimes the anxiety of failure can elude you of so many things that you won't actually know what next to do. So when you pray, you get clarity and you keep going. I think that's it.
Thank you so much. We've actually come to the end of our discussion. So at this point, I will take any questions from the audience if there are any. If there are no questions, we have a lot of speakers today, so I think without further ado, we've come to the end of this session. Thank you.